Claire, where are we going? Oh, you look terrified. Oh well, real life. Anyways, we are headed to our very first ultrasound, and don't cry. What are we gonna go see? Are we gonna go see the baby? We're gonna go see the baby? She's not having it this morning, but oh well. So yeah, that's where we're headed. We'll see you guys there. Bye. So we're getting coffee because we're late. And I need some caffeine. Oh, it's really good at the blonde roast. That is so much better with the blonde roast. And apparently my bladder is supposed to be completely full, so. Starbucks! no, she's doing it for the joke of it, so. Starbucks!
I don't know how I feel about my 2-year-old being able to say Starbucks.
One day she will grow to appreciate Starbucks. Because for some reason she doesn't like cake pops whenever I get them for her, so. Do you know where you're going?
Not really.
Okay, hold on.
All I know is, whoa, I already know I'm turning left on King Carl, that's all.
Oh wait, it's popping up on the screen, cool. So, if you're filming with your iPhone, which we are right now, if you have your GPS running, it still tells you where to go, which is really nice, so yeah, we're headed to our very first ultrasound with this baby number 3. And, I don't know. I feel like it's like with the 3rd kid, you're so much more chill with everything. Although I am nervous about this one because, just making sure that baby's okay and, making sure that there's nothing wrong, I guess, basically, really, so. I will be relieved when we find out that everything is okay.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are.
My kid right now.
So we just got out of the ultrasound and everything looks really good, and oddly enough the ultrasound tech, she's like, whoa, you're like right on track. Yeah. Apparently it never happens to where like after they do all the measurements of like the brain and the arms and spines, all that,
then they check to see where you're at as opposed to where your potential due date
with what your due date is, and apparently mine was literally right on target.
The exact same day.
Exact same day, exact everything, and she's
textbook boring pregnancies. That's just it.
We really do, yeah. But that's she's like, that never happens. But that was kind of cool. And we just got 2 pictures from the ultrasound because the place that we went was it diagnostic imaging? Is that what it was? Or no, not diagnostic imaging.
No, highline imaging.
It's on this paper right here. Touchstone imaging.
Touchstone imaging.
And it's basically just your generic, like, where you can get an ultrasound for whether you have stomach issues or anything. They don't specialize in, like, ultrasounds for babies. Yeah. Why Brandon did the one eye. You can see right here. There's the, oh, hold on. It's all bouncy in the car. There's the baby's nose right there. Little chin and mouth. And you can see its face right there. I feel like people who have had babies can tell, like, after seeing ultrasounds.
It just looks like a creepy ghost.
It just looks like a blob.
If you never had an ultrasound, it looks like a blob, and if you can see the face, it looks like kind of a
and
creepy
this
ghost.
is the creepy one because
it's even creepier one.
because the reason it's like this, that is a really cool bridge.
Yeah.
Squirrel. Anyways, it looks like this because it's in 2D, and in order to get all of the measurements and make sure the baby's okay, like the heart and brain and everything, they have to preview it in 2D. So that's the eye right there. like legit. Oh shoot. So yeah, since the baby was head down, wasn't cooperating, we didn't get a really good profile picture like we did with Claire and Elisha when they were in my belly, but maybe it's because I am further along, I don't know.
This one's different.
Yeah, this one's different already, and like if she even tried to show me the gender, I probably wouldn't be able to tell with this one because of the position that the baby was in. So,
we tend to get a lot of pushback whenever we say that we do home birth. People always question, like,
within the medical realm, a lot of times.
Anybody who works in a medical profession tends to question us and tends to.
They kind of freak out a little bit.
And
this is a turning right lane.
Yeah.
Only.
But we haven't had any major complications that have caused us to need to go to a hospital.
Thankfully, and I mean, we have a backup plan. Like, we're not dumb. We always have a backup plan. We always have a hospital plan, like the closest hospital that we go to for a backup plan, because you're thankful that there's hospitals, thankful that they're there to take care of you if there is a problem with mama and baby, because the most important thing is that mom and baby are healthy. I mean, literally the most important thing.
Which is actually the main reason why I was opposed to home birth at first.
Yeah, and he, like, that's funny that we're going to cover this, because, like, he was, wow, I feel this is really shaky, but oh well. You guys will get a little car sick while we're driving.
Pop your arms some more.
Yeah, I know, my arm's, like, killing me. It's like, whew. Yeah. But anyways, Brandon was, like, adamantly against home birth. When I first even mentioned it, he was like, there is no way. Like, matter of fact, on our way to our
first midwife,
very first, just to interview her, because I'm like, okay, Brandon, if we're going to interview doctors, why wouldn't we interview a couple midwives? Like, doesn't that make sense? So I finally convinced him of that. And, like, we had our very biggest argument on the way up to that
and essentially
interview.
my worry was, I don't want you to die in birth.
Yeah, that's basically all he. Oh my gosh, my arm! It's like I'm getting an arm workout right now. So yeah, basically that's why he was so adamantly against it, because he didn't want me to die. But then we watched what was the documentary that Amber had us watch?
There was actually
Business of Being Born.
Yeah, The Business of Being Born, and it's actually from a gal who used to be a talk show host, but she got tired of all that stuff, and she wanted to do investigative journalism.
That's what she wanted to do. Oh, she's the one who put it together. Yeah. That's right.
I'm trying to remember her name. I'll look it up. We'll put a link to it in the description somewhere.
Yeah, but it's a really good documentary, and I think there's a new one that they just came out with, maybe like a part 2 of that. But it was very informative, especially if you're like thinking you have this like idea of wanting to have a home birth. It's very informative.
Yeah, if you've ever thought about having a home birth, or if you ever even considered it, do the research. Like, honestly, do the research into home birth. Make sure you find a great midwife, one that you feel comfortable and that you can trust. And that's kind of a big part, especially for me, as I think about as the leader of the home, wanting to take care of my family. I wanted to make sure that whoever ended up helping us give birth, we could trust.
So just because my husband is a grammar Nazi. Pronunciation Nazi. How do you say it?
Documentary.
Apparently I'm going Terry. Documentary.
Yep.
Documentary.
Documentary.
Well, it's funny because when I was saying it, I was like, I feel like I'm saying this wrong. Say it again.
Which way?
The right way.
Documentary.
Documentary.
Turi. Say Turi.
Turi, like curry.
Yes, documentary.
My hick is coming out.
It's a documentary.
Oh my word.
We don't watch the documentary about the revolution.
Are you gonna go night-night? You go night-night so you can have your surprise. What are you doing? Weirdo. It's time for a nappy.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Where's your sippy cup at?
Whoa!
You got it. He's like, let me out. Woo! You did it. We're good, nappy?
Yeah.
That's the light. Oh, that's the camera. Go eat some food? Yeah? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh!
Apparently you're pregnant right now.
I'm pregnant.
Welcome to my life! Although that would be a massive child. There's a foot coming out! It's fruit. I had both of them.
That's gonna be entertaining. That's gonna be really entertaining.
Are you a baby?
And this is what they immediately start doing after you give birth.
Climbing all over you.
Yep.
Sounds pretty realistic.
Yep, very realistic.
When you birth a toddler. Where are we going?
Claire, where are we going?
Huh? Car, you're right. Where are we going? But are you gonna go? What?
What'd you say?
Whippy ride. Yeah. Is it gonna be fun? Huh? Yeah. You're so cute. Come on. Dive in. You pushing the buttons? Ice cream. Oh, yummy. Hey Claire, can I have some ice cream? Oh, thank you. You ate my ice cream. It's okay. Look, who's there?
Look.
Where'd you go?
Look at you, big guy.
You got a little.
Elisha.
Are you scared?
He's slipping.
Are you scared? You're okay. He got scared at the zoo too. You want to ride the horsey? No. Were you chickening out? Huh? You want to ride the carousel? You want to ride it? What's this? Oh, there's Sissy. Hi, Sissy. Sissy. Whoa, look at you. Oh, go. You gonna sit in the chair? Get up there. There you go. Hi. Sound asleep.
He's still awake.
Him with his phone. Yeah, creepy light. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another one. Bye.